tell me a little bit about your work?
Absolutely. So I am the director of the Power of NeuroGaming Center at the Qualcomm Institute at UC San Diego. And in that capacity, we make a lot of research video games. So video games for training, for assessment, broadly, like whether you're talking about balance, whether you're talking about like EEG for mindfulness, but mostly we use eye tracking. So for training attention and other aspects of cognition. And I think we, in addition to, I'm a neuroscientist, so I tend to think about cognition and exercising the mind and doing, so I love the strategy games and the fast action games, but we really need to be taking care of kids' bodies. Mm-hmm. How can we be engaging them in these other ways, right? So that they're feeling like they can exert themselves, right? In whatever way it works for them, that is accessible. That we're all stuck in our homes right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if you're lucky, you can go out for a walk, if you have a yard, but for a lot of people, it's just not there. And
mm-hmm.
how can we be fostering the healthy whole self of all of our young people, right? And think about the different ways and how kids with disabilities are going to engage depending on the nature of their disability.
Mm-hmm. Are there games that include more of a physical component, not just the Wii, but
yeah. My favorite is Beat Saber.
Beat Saber.
Beat Saber, yeah. So I don't know if you've heard of Beat Saber, but it's a super cool game. It's VR, and you can play it with a number of headsets. The Vive or the Oculus Quest is the least expensive headset, the Oculus Go or Oculus Quest, because it's all in one. Like, it doesn't have to connect to a computer. And you have these hand controllers, right, which I'm sure could be adapted in different ways, but there's basically a song, and there are things coming at you that are different colors, and you have to use, like, this one, say, is the purple one, and if the purple one's here, great, but if the purple block is over here, you have to hit it here, and it's to the beat of a song. Super fun.
Oh, really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
And it's just as
eye-hand coordination and musical ability all combined.
Yeah. Anyway, it's my favorite game, and there's going to be more of these kind of interactive games that are involving a little bit more physical as well as cognitive. It's tough. I mean, when they're switching those colors on you and they're coming really fast and you're into it, it's interesting.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, super fun. Yeah, there's lots of other games. There's cooking games. You can play cooking games in VR on a PC that are kind of like, it's timed. What do you do next? Like, you basically have to, and they're fun, right? Like, you're challenged to take care of the customers while at the same time you're shorter to cook, basically. You're trying to manage all of these things, and it gets harder and harder and more time pressure, and then eventually, all the people get mad at you and they leave.
So you're actually learning the skills of what it would be like to be in that job.
Yeah. So it's just, I mean, it's very cartoonified. Yeah. But it's still very fun.
A way to try on a role, kind of.
Yeah. So there's a lot of those kinds of things out there that are fun for families, but again, a lot of them allow you to play with someone remote to you.
Are there any other kind of safety concerns or things that parents should be aware of, especially maybe right now while kids are trying new things and they're home all the time on this? Yeah,
so definitely concerned about Zoom. They just pushed out a new update today to try to block some people from coming on and doing bad things, disrupting meetings, disrupting anything.
There's a lot of kids on Zoom right now doing school.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really, really alarming. But in terms of being creating an inclusive environment, like Minecraft is one of those. There's another company called Jackbox Games that I made sure that I checked this content before I talked to you, and irreverent, like maybe great for adolescents, but not obnoxious or bad, but just a little irreverent, very appropriate for adolescents. But those are the kind of games where one person can buy it and invite many people to play. So that's
gotcha.
And it's closed, right? Similar, like, you need somebody to create the Minecraft server. There everyone needs to have an account to log in, but so many kids already do, and it's not really a accessibility bar, and particularly for schools that are looking for ways to get kids connected, it's not that expensive. And then there are educational licenses for Minecraft. So that's an opportunity. The other kinds of things where you're not necessarily in real time playing, but there's learning games like Code Combat has actually made their entire curriculum for free. You want to learn to code by playing video games? There's actually the makers of Code Combat have another newer one that's more like an adventure game, and they're available for free for the rest of the academic year. So this is, really, you could either learn Python or JavaScript this way. Now,
learning to code seems like a good thing to do with your time right now.
Right?
Be productive.
Sorry, I just trying to get back to the main question. So those are all kind of closed environments that are curated. If you were going to go on a server where you're going to play, I don't know, Team Fortress or Rocket League or another popular game where you're going to be, say, randomly matched with people, I think for kids, and particularly new learners, it could be not kind, right? You're not necessarily encountering people who recognize that you're new to this and you're trying to learn.
Have the patience and
The community that is open and that has been very, very, very welcoming in all ways is the Scratch community. That comes out of MIT, and that's more of a community that's about building video games or building art demonstrations using Scratch, which is a drag and drop kind of programming language. But it was, in principle, it was built, the person who wrote Lifelong Kindergarten is Michael Rensick, the guy who created Scratch, and actually went the other way. He created Scratch and he wrote Lifelong Kindergarten because it's about principles of passion, peers, play, and is it practice? There's another P in there that I'm missing. But the point is that, that is a very open environment that is actively patrolled by people who are specifically employed or volunteered to make sure that it's a safe environment for kids.
Great.